There's so much material here that we'll be devoting at least 9 pages to it.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times the press viciously attacked Princess Diana.
I, for one, believe there are lessons to be drawn from her life and from the extraordinary and moving reaction to her death.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we'll be looking at how Britain's newspapers have treated Diana, Princess of Wales, both during her life and after her death. Let us know in the comments whether you miss the People's Princess. Number 10. Self-absorbed. Though Diana generally had public opinion on her side throughout her time in the spotlight, there were many influential people who publicly called her manipulative. Chief among them was Tony Blair, who'd only been in number 10 for 3 months by the time of Diana's death, who later said the Princess of Wales had been a manipulator just like him. She was also called self-absorbed by the Prince of Wales himself at the time, though never directly to the presses. The view of some was that Diana's influential charity work was actually just a way for her to draw attention rather than her trying to use her position to do some tangible good. Number 9. Charity work. Even among those who didn't think Diana's commitment to charity was just a way to make herself feel better, there was still some dissent over exactly how she conducted her charitable work. Not only did people within the establishment, including the Queen, think that Diana's hands-on approach to people suffering from contagious diseases was reckless, but so did the various pundits with public platforms. However, regardless of what they thought of the Princess of Wales, the people involved with the many charities she was a patron of have only ever had unanimous praise for her and the way she reshaped the royals' relationship with charity. Number 8. The Glums. It's no secret that the relationship and marriage of the now King Charles III and Princess Diana was troubled from the beginning. They had a 12-year age gap, and Charles's true affections always lay with Camilla Parker Bowles. But the press definitely didn't help the situation by constantly reporting on how unhappy the pair of them looked, nicknaming the Waleses the Glums. Even early on in their marriage, and outsiders could see the relationship was far from perfect, and when they visited Korea in 1992, just before their public separation, it was called the Glums Tour. The writing was on the wall for everyone to see, but the papers revelled in taking cheap shots. Number 6. Sunbathing. In 1996, the Daily Mirror published a splash of the Princess of Wales sunbathing topless in Spain. By now, most people know that unlike in the UK, women sunbathing topless isn't a novelty in Spain, but that didn't stop the invasive photographers from publishing images that never should have seen the light of day. Diana personally and privately took to the presses to task over this, bringing up the effect the photographs had had on Prince William, 14 and attending Eton at the time. The press didn't learn their lesson, however, as in 2012, a French magazine published similar topless photos of Kate Middleton, who's now the Princess of Wales herself. Number 6. Princess in Love. There have been countless books about Diana's life over the years, including many when she was still alive, and now we have no way to tell what's the truth and what's not. In 1994, the book Princess in Love by journalist Anna Pasternak was published, tackling Diana's affair with Major James Hewitt, who many conspiracy theorists still believe is Prince Harry's real father. There was a similarly contentious book published earlier in 1992, called Diana, Her True Story, this one written by Andrew Morton. However, that time around, it looked as if Diana herself had collaborated, unlike with Pasternak. Number 5. Oliver Hoare. One of the men Diana was romantically linked to, the tabloids have made much in recent years of this affair. Upon the art dealer's death in 2018, the story of him receiving malicious calls from the Princess of Wales in the mid-90s resurfaced. It was alleged that Diana had sat in a car outside Hoare's property and made the menacing calls to both his home phone and his mobile, threatening to let Hoare's wife know about their affair. It wasn't just the tabloids to blame for this, however, as many of Hoare's former friends also started bringing the affair back up in public. The alleged stalking was even investigated by the Metropolitan Police at the time. Number 4. Squidgygate. In 1992, The Sun absolutely revelled in the scandal, the paper itself dubbed Squidgygate, which saw private taped conversations between the Princess of Wales published for all to read. The Sun also made far more money out of the tape when they charged punters 36p a minute to listen to it, giving them a tenner for everybody who listened to it in full. This came fresh off the similar Camillagate scandal, in which Charles and Camilla's phone conversations were also leaked. But the unreasonably high quality of the tapes in both scandals led many to believe that MI5 had actually been involved in the leak, though a government investigation seemed to exonerate the intelligence services after the fact. Number 3. Conspiracy theories. Not only did the press follow her throughout her life, but some outlets have also relentlessly gone after Diana's legacy and public image, even years after her death. Certain tabloids, notably the Daily Express, have published endless front pages dedicated to Diana conspiracy theories for years. Usually, Monday's paper focuses on yet another nonsense story about the late princess, once leading to a BBC investigation. The Express is even known for publishing stories about Diana right in the midst of other major news events. Conspiracies about Diana and her death are still milked by the tabloids for all they're worth. Number 2. Panorama.
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
While public figures can still expect to get routinely rinsed in the tabloid presses, they don't necessarily expect such gutter tactics from none other than the BBC.
Martin Bashir spun a web of elaborate lies to win the trust of the princess.
That may be why top BBC journalist Martin Bashir was able to ingratiate himself with Diana and her brother Earl Spencer so easily. That and the forged bank statements he brought along.
What Martin Bashir wanted to share, according to Earl Spencer, was evidence that the Earl was being spied on. It got him a meeting at Althorp House.
His tell-all interview was a disaster for the palace, with Diana speaking more candidly than ever about her marriage and separation.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against you?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Years on though, and the truth came out, leading to Bashir's high-profile resignation before an internal inquiry revealed the fraud he'd committed and that the BBC had been covering it up. Number 1. Her death.
First, I want to pay tribute to Diana myself. She was an exceptional and gifted human being.
The biggest show of public grief to ever strike the United Kingdom, in 1997, the Princess of Wales tragically died in a car accident in Paris, along with her fiancé, Dodi Fayed. The driver was found to be under the influence, and the paparazzi chasing them were driving recklessly, causing the crash. French authorities put sole responsibility on the driver, while the British courts eventually passed a verdict of unlawful killing in 2008, blaming the press as well. The event forced the press to change the way they treated not just the royals in the future, but celebrities in general. Today, the kind of hounding that Princess Diana received throughout her life is completely unacceptable, and her death at just 36 remains a horrific tragedy.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.